Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of my combo fans out there. It's me, your captain speaking. If you give me just one moment, I'm going to make sure that you, me, and everybody else knows that this stream is carrying on right now. Hold on to your butts. Hello, everybody. I am back on our Thursday night streams with a spicy one. I am so excited about this one. We spared no expense in bringing you the highest level of entertainment tonight. This is gonna be a fantastic one. So we are playing Dino Discovery. That's the name that has been coined for this deck because we've got dinosaurs and we are using Discovery, a keyword from Lost Caverns of Ixalan, I believe. Found on cards like Geological Appraiser, Atali's Favor, and Quintorius Canned, among others, like this Trumpeting Carnosaur right here. If you've played Vintage Cube at all, you know that that one is actually fairly underrated for the kind of power that it brings to the table. It is dino time, Alan. I am so excited about this one. So what are we doing here with this deck? We have got a mess of lands, 20 lands, in fact, that tap for more than 1 mana. And we have 11 lands over here that tap for 1 mana. We are looking to ramp out into casting Glimpse of Tomorrow. This shuffles all permanents I own into my library, then I reveal that many cards from the top of my library and put all non-aura permanents onto the battlefield, and then I do the same with auras because auras need it. You know how auras work. And then I get to shuffle them all. So how am I going to cast Glimpse of Tomorrow if I want to get around Suspend? Well, this Discover keyword functions very similarly to Cascade, where I am going to cast something and then I can exile cards from the top of my library until I cast something with mana cost less than the Discover N. We're not playing Doomsday, we're not Vintage, but Discover N being the number, the mana value that I need to work with. So we have 3 mana here with Atali's Favor, Discover 3. Well, we don't have any other cards other than Glimpse of Tomorrow, so we get to exile all of the cards and then hit Glimpse of Tomorrow and cast it immediately. And pretty much every other card functions very similarly to that. Geological Appraiser discovers 3, fantastic. Quintorius Canned, a planeswalker that has a minus ability to discover 4. Well, we can hit a Geological Appraiser, but then when we cast it, we discover 3 again. Or when we cast Atali's Favor, we discover 3 again and hit the Glimpse of Tomorrow. So we can just chain down the line all the way. And then eventually we're flipping into either other cards that are going to function on the battlefield. Chancellor of the Forge, it actually also brings with it a 1/1 if it's in our opening hand. More permanence on the battlefield is the name of the game. That's why we have Colony Garden, by the way. And it's like a river. Yes, it is kind of like a discovering river because we're not using Cascade. Then we have some of the heavy hitters, right? This is whenever this or another dinosaur enters the battlefield, I discover X, where X is that creature's toughness. So I can discover into other things. And then we all know and love, if you've been playing Vintage Cube, Trumpeting Carnosaur enters the battlefield, discover 5. Well, I can discover any number of things. And then this is all kind of tied together with one last little cherry on top. Goblin Dark-Dwellers. This enters the battlefield, and I can cast an instant or sorcery from my graveyard without paying its mana cost if its mana value is 3 or less. I wonder what's 3 or less in our deck. So I get to do this twice, and I get all of these ETBs, and then I get to redo it all. And sprinkled in here, I've got Sneak Attack, I've got a sideboard that I can just Sneak Attack Emrakul or things like that. If, for example, I want to sideboard against Chalice of the deck, Chalice of the Void in my deck or something like that. So I'm pretty excited about this one. Life finds a way, and we will find a way. I need to queue up to a league right now, and as soon as I do that, we'll be ready to go. I forgot to do this immediately, regretting it. But here we go. Let's queue up and let's talk about this sideboard plan while we're waiting. We have Furies, which is particularly good against Lavinia. That's the card that I note right now. And then obviously we need to wait for a little bit before we amass enough permanence to make going off worth it. And Fury just kind of clears the board for all of that. I'm pretty excited about. We are up for round number 1 against Miss Destroy, and I am going to keep this. This is pretty okay. I'm not going to combo right away, but I've got a Chancellor of the Forge. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to reveal a Chancellor of the Forge and make a 1/1, and then I can combo very quickly on turn 2. But I'll reveal this and make a 1/1, which is another permanent, and we're going to just see where things go. All right, this could be a turn 2 combo. You are correct, Brian. But yeah, not sure if it's worth it. I've never played this before either. And, to quote, I've been quoting it this entire time. To quote Jurassic Park, God help us, we're in the hands of the brewers, not the engineers. We're in the hands of the brewers now. This is going to be a spicy one. So if we need help, find Nendry. All right. He's at the vending machines. I love Jurassic Park, by the way. If you couldn't tell, I am very excited about Jurassic Park being a staple icon for our thumbnail. Props to Bryant for creating probably the best thumbnail of his career thus far, if I'm being honest. And yeah, we're gonna have fun. Okay. Flooded strand from our opponent and a volcanic island. Okay. We're chain lightninging a goblin token. Wow. I mean, sure thing. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna play the Dwarven Ruin first, and then the Tinder Farm, and then the City of Traders, because if I need to, I can cast a Trumpeting Carnosaur on turn 3. I can no longer combo on turn 2. They chain lightninged my creature that I can't attach. This is actually the first deck that actually has the aura caveat to the way that Glimpse of Tomorrow is layered. Not actual layers, not capital L layers, but how it's formatted, where non-aura permanents go on the battlefield and then auras go onto the battlefield. It's the first deck that actually has worked like that. It's kind of cool. Okay. Brainstorm. Chain Lightning makes me think that this is strictly Izzet Delver as opposed to Grixis Delver. I mean, if they fetch an Underground Sea, then I don't know. But Chain Lightning is not something that I would typically expect to see in a 3-color Delver deck. I could be wrong, though. And Ponder. And if they... Oh, they throw a Preordain in the bin. They're one type away from achieving Delirium, and they chose to shuffle their library. They got rid of something to flip the Delver and then chose to shuffle, which is fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast a Trumpeting Carnosaur. Which is a little unfortunate. Let's think about this. Because I need to sacrifice everything to get a Trumpeting Carnosaur on the battlefield. It is not the most ideal, but I think that they have 2 cards in hand. I could play around something like Daze by just like waiting. Or I could play the Sun Favored Pentlaza. Okay, cool. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh wait, no, I don't have green mana. That's right. That's why I can't do that. Okay, never mind. I got there in the end. Trumpeting Carnosaur it is. Noble, standard Warp World. Oh, also, this just resolved. What the heck? Looping Galvanic Arc. Yeah, that's going to be a fun one. Okay, so we hit a Geological Appraiser, and then this one is going to hit a Glimpse of Tomorrow. So we have 3 permanents that we're going to flip over. And the nice thing about this is it ETBs, so I don't have to actually cast it. I think I said that incorrectly when I was doing other things. But now I have additional permanents, and I get to cast a Sneak Attack. Okay, that's fine. So I have the 3 mana and Atali's Favor for next turn. I also just have a 4/4 So that's pretty okay. And then I can sneak attack in Goblin Dark-Dwellers to redo all of this, or I can actually sneak in the Chancellor of the Forge and then a Goblin Dark-Dwellers or something like that. Maybe I just want to attack with giant beaters. I don't know. They're bolting me in response to the Delver trigger. I gotta tell you, this is gonna be a lot of fun. Is anything about this list the most ideal? Certainly not, but who cares? I'm playing with dinos. Okay, they revealed a Preordain, which they drew. They have Preordain and one card in hand now. They have Delirium now. Congratulations. So what I think I'm gonna do is it's gonna be fun. I'm going to sneak in Goblin Dark-Dwellers, and then in response to the trigger, I'm gonna sneak in Chancellor of the Forge. That was good. And Chancellor of the Forge is going to make another 1/1, and then everything gets flipped over. So what I'm going to do is move to attacks first. Actually, should I do that? Probably. Yeah, I should move. I should go to combat first, because I'm going to flip everything back over and nothing's going to have haste that I know of. I don't think that we have a haste enabler. So now what I can do is hold control, and it's going to be the Goblin, sneak attack, the Goblin Dark-Dwellers, and then does the Chancellor give things haste? No. What I can do is sneak attack a Trumpeting Carnosaur, oops. Okay, there we go. I'm holding control, so things are a little bit off. And then sneak in a Chancellor of the Forge. And now I get a bunch of 1/1s because this ETB makes a 1/1 Phyrexian Goblin for each creature I control. So now I'm going to flip into just a bunch of stuff. I will... Sure, I'll just cast this. Might as well. Oh, I get 2 of these. Wow, because they both see. Okay, that's fun. I will use this ability, and I'll make a Geological Appraiser. And then what I'm going to do is actually probably just not cast the Glimpse of Tomorrow. I think that I'm okay not doing that right now. Because this... Oh, they do have haste. You know what? Freezy, you're correct. I could have totally killed them. I'm not sure why I thought... Why did I think that things did not have haste? Oops. Okay, well, our opponent could totally have been dead right now. But as it stands, I have a little bit of time, I guess. Hey, how's it going, Fonseca? We are absolutely winning. We are playing Dino Discovery. We're playing Glimpse of Tomorrow, and it's just a party. No to the Glimpse. You play Glimpse in Modern. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. This is a lot of fun. I'm gonna say no to this. Our board is ridiculously lethal. I'm okay. Oh yeah, forgot about these. Okay, well, things to remember for next time. So I lost in Natali's favor. I selected Trumpeting Carnosaur that I forgot had entered the battlefield that turn, but we can make this work. Okay, well, our opponent scooped it up anyway. That's nice of them. Okay. What do I want? Do I want to do anything? They are a counterspell deck. They're a wasteland deck. I think that Furies are probably okay, but we might not need the Chancellor of the Forges. That might be a decent swap. Although the Chancellor is how I go fast. Do I need the sneak attacks? Probably. I'm not worried about Chalice, so the Archon Emrakul package and the extra sneak attacks are not coming in, but a couple of them are probably okay. Excuse me. I think that it's just going to be this swap. I'm not 100% sure how important the 1/1 is. Like, obviously it was good enough for them to bolt me, but I don't know if it's going to be the end-all be-all. Quintorius Canned might not be good enough. Like, this is a 5-mana planeswalker that is very easily interrupted. Yeah, what if we do that and get rid of those and then bring in a couple of the Chancellors, just in case? That's fine. I don't know what I'm doing. This is fine. It's all good. All right. This is... I mean, this is pretty okay when it comes to being moderately resilient against Wasteland. And then we obviously have cards that we can cast on 6 mana, and they are interactive. This is fine. We can actually suspend it if we really want. Sure. I'll keep this. I'll keep this for science. We have interactive spells that can't be spells, right? It's a activated ability to get rid of problematic permanents, and then we can see where things go from there. Okay. What I'm gonna do is suspend a Glimpse of Tomorrow if they don't have a Wasteland. We're gonna hope for no Wasteland, and then, okay, Chain Lightning, that's fine. Nope, not gonna pay. They put 1 card on top of the library, which is concerning. No extra land. Ah. Okay. So I will suspend this Glimpse of Tomorrow. So now no matter what, in 3 turns, something is going to happen. Which is great because now I don't care as much about Wasteland. I care about it for sure, but it's not as big of a concern of mine now. Also, the green mana to cast that 5-drop would have been without sacrificing. So I need 2 Tinder Farms to cast the legendary dinosaur that I could not pronounce. Newton, any win against Delver is a good win. Absolutely. Any win against Delver feels good. There's their fetch land. They found potentially off of Brainstorm. I don't know. Bauble, Trigger, and they will have Delirium. Okay. Clock is sped up a little bit, but we, at the moment, will still be able to cast our Glimpse of Tomorrow. Whether it resolves or not is another story. I actually can just F6 through this whole sequence. I don't need to worry about any of that. The fact that we have basic lands in general speaks pretty well for this deck. I know that something like Mississippi River does not have any basics, or, well, most Mississippi River decks don't have basics. Ooh. Oh boy. That's pretty good. I think that I'm going to play around Days. I feel like that's a fairly important thing to do at this stage of the game. And maybe they'll play out a Delver or something like that. And I can get a couple of creatures with this Fury. I'm more concerned with putting a Fury on the battlefield right now, because then I could if it resolves, I can actually Atali's Favor. One of the things about Discover versus Cascade is Discover are on permanents, and they trigger when the permanent enters the battlefield, which is really good for something like Glimpse of Tomorrow because the chain just keeps going and going and going. Is not as good against counter spells because the permanent needs to resolve before the Discover ability trigger goes on the stack. So counter spells are better against us than a Cascade deck, but it's fine. Because at the very least, against like if you're playing against Rhinos and a Shardless Agent, at least they have a 2/2. We would just have nothing because the ability doesn't go on the stack and they counter the spell. If that makes sense. Okay. Well, what about just, I mean, I can Trumpeting Carnosaur this and just pass. It is good with Sakashima-like cards, yes, because you can copy it and it enters the battlefield as the copy, which is a good point. Yeah, so if you're playing, I don't think that you could play a Garuda combo with Discover, but that would be a behemoth of an ungodly affront to whatever you're doing. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is discard this Trumpeting Carnosaur, deal 3 damage to this DRC, and the Dragon's Rage Channeler is no longer going to be a problem. Maybe I can Fury something without having to worry about sacrificing my lands. Therefore, my Discovers are going to be better in the future. So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Deal 3 damage. They can stifle the ability. That's the only way that they could interact with it so far. So now they don't have a clock. They have 6 cards in hand. There's a Ponder. It's going to filter into something else. There's a word for that, Jordan. It's called cantripping into something else. Hi, Jason. Welcome. Hello. Goodbye. I understand you're a student. It takes precedent. This looks like a Murktide region. This is not going to be a particularly big Murktide region. Maybe a 6/6. I mean, it's big enough, right? That Fury is not going to stop it, but it might not matter. So let's see. A about flipping this. Something tells me that they're going to counter this. Okay, cool. Now I get to go to do other things now. They have 3 cards in hand, and I don't know. We'll see how things go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can Trumpeting Carnosaur into a daze, or I can just really lean in. Yeah, let's lean in. This is going to be a Trumpeting Carnosaur, and you have fire and others have a skull. I don't know. That's a good question, Newton. Okay, they had Force of Will. They had a daze, for what it's worth. Interesting. So what I can do is... Ooh, well, I need a creature. I need a lovely little colony garden. That's what I need. Okay, so they had the double interaction for my stuff, which is reasonable. They're a Delver deck. But I would like it if they didn't. Well, okay. Well, that's fine. One of their last 2 cards, they kept Lightning. I guess Lightning Bolt deals with the creatures that I'm going to equip with this Atali's Favor. Okay. On the play, do I want to swap out a couple of Furies for a couple of Chancellors and be a little bit faster? I think I do. Pentalaza. Yeah, okay. I'm going to forget that the second that I get off of this screen, but here we are. No, this is enchant creature you control. Unfortunately, it does specify that I have to own or control the creature. So they did have Chain Lightning. This is just like straight up Izzet Delver, which is a thing you can be doing if you don't want to play with Orcish Bowmasters for some reason. I don't know if it's particularly good, but it is something you can do. Okay, so this has much the same kind of hand as our last one, but we can't suspend a glimpse, so we don't have that inevitability aspect that I liked. I'm going to ship this hand. And yeah, this is much, much better. So I'm going to keep this. I'm going to bottom a Boseiju. Yeah. Well, 2 City of Traders doesn't really do anything for me, right? Yeah, let's get rid of a City of Traders. That's not going to be a functional land that I can use. I mean, I guess I could like play a City of Traders and then play the other City of Traders, and have 4 mana all in one, but I don't know. Maybe the untapped land is going to be more important. So here we go. I'm not going to cast a Geological Appraiser on 2, just for the record. We're going to wait until we have a few more permanents and see what can go. Oh, okay. Well, I can suspend, and I still have a counter on the Sandstone Needle for later. Sure. I'm going to do that. I get that I'm going to lose a permanent when I tap the Sandstone Needle again. I think it's fine. Okay, no Wasteland. Just like straight up. Is this a counterbalance? No, it's a Sprite Dragon in the year of our Lord, 2024. What is going on? Our opponent is a big fan of the retro vibe. I kind of dig it. Okay, sneak attack is pretty good here. I could play around days by landing the City of Traders. Or I could play the Beseiju and then have 4 mana up in the following. We have seen that they have days. I will play around the days. Sneak attack it is. And we'll see what happens. They have the force. Fair enough. They exile the force of will. Okay. Dragon Delver. Yeah, Joe. It's a wild time. And you said something. Blue-red better than the green splash for beast-seeking adventure card. Orcish version is top tier. Oh, yeah, sure. I think that the Grixis Delver is better, but it's definitely like Grixis Teamer Izzet. There's a hierarchy in Delver. Okay, so they had the interaction for the first spell that I put on the stack, but I've got 2 more. I need another red source, and if it's something like, another basic mountain wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, honestly. Dr. Ian Malcolm in it? Yeah, you know what? That is a very reasonable complaint. I get that we can't be too terribly overt in our admiration for Jeff Goldblum, but man, something would be nice. I'll have to talk to Bryant about that one. Okay, well, this has been quite the clock. How are we doing? Ancient Tomb. That's not gonna do it. Okay, so I'm just gonna pass. I don't have a creature, which is, I think, one of the biggest downfalls of this deck. Like, this Atali's Favor is just rotting in hand where I could be interacting, mostly just because we have 2 token enablers. And it's the Colony Garden, and it's the Chancellor of the Forge. Chancellor of the Forge needs to be in our opening hand, so maybe I just can't get rid of that at all. Let's cast this, see if we can get something going. Oh, wow. It worked. Goblin Dark-Dwellers. Okay. Things are happening. And yes, I would like to cast this. Now I upgraded from 2 permanents to 3 permanents. Okay. Do I get a basic mountain? Basic mountain, that's all I need. No! Okay. That was, a little bit closer. That is kind of the short end of the deal, right? You can just get all lands. We have a lot of them in the deck. So unfortunately, that is just going to be it for our round 1 Mist Destroy and their Izzet Delver, Dragon Delver deck. Dragons versus Dinos. Not something that I thought was going to happen in round 1. Wow. Okay. So Invasion of Tarkir. Oh, yeah. That's one. Chained Atali's Favors so many times unlimited. Yeah, it's a problem. Okay, let's get into our second match of the league, and let me tell you about our awesome sponsor, Card Hoarder. You can rent your cards from Card Hoarder just like I did for this league. I'll be right back.
With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the Epic Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week? We've made it simple to do so by including a button to rent the entire deck at theepicstorm.com/decklist.
All right. Well, I was going to say welcome to Jurassic Park, but we haven't actually gotten queued into our second match. So we'll have to just wait a little bit. Yeah. Newton, did we ever figure out why you have a flame and some people have skulls and other people have, like other icons like Bryce? I don't know. Are they just like mana symbols? Because we don't have green as far as I know. I don't know. Length badges. Oh, James, that makes sense. Okay. Thank you for that clarification. I should probably know that as someone who manages the membership. All right. Welcome to Jurassic Park. We are in round number 2, and we are going to keep this hand. It actually has all of the mana to cast this Pentlaza and Chancellor, so that if I do end up grabbing an Atali's whatever, then I can go off. So I'm going to keep this. Yeah. Okay. There is green too. Black on night mode, you can't see. Yeah, it's kind of tough. Ooh, Mountain Go. Okay. Oh, Colony Garden. Okay. I'm gonna play the Tinder Farm and attack for 1. Yes. I'm not gonna play it. I can't play the music, but you know in the back of your head what it sounds like. And I don't want to get demonetized, so here we are. You get to listen to... Ooh, goblins. Okay. You get to listen to this cyberpunk thing. Alrighty. Well, do I do it to him? Probably not. I think I wait until turn 5 where I can, since I can play the Colony Garden out and then the Ancient Tomb, I actually have Naya colorless, which is this is exactly what I need. And they're likely not going to hit me with Blood Moon effect. So the theme is one of the best themes of all time. I have a game that I play with my siblings. Every single time that we meet up, we have a playlist that we kind of run through, and it's different soundtracks or scores, depending, of different movies. And we have someone play, and then they have to like play a song, and we have to guess what the movie is. And we don't try to make it too terribly hard or anything like that, just kind of fun, lighthearted. But I gotta tell you, it is a blast. And some of the fun ones that we warm up with for strangers are classics like Jurassic Park, or like, Harry Potter, Hedwig's theme, or things like that. It is quite a lot of fun. Yeah, Bryant and John Williams, a match made in heaven. We just haven't gotten there yet, which is too bad. Okay, so here we go. Perfect mana, absolutely perfect mana, and we get to discover the dinos. I would like to use the ability. Oh, it's a sneak attack. Okay. Well, that's fine. I will attack for 1. I hope that they don't have a... so they revealed with their Goblin Ringleader a Rabblemaster and a Muxus. I'm kind of hoping that they don't have the ability to put a Muxus on the table, but I don't know. Yeah, I think... Well, actually, let me find out. I can find out exactly how long my playlist is right here. Movie game playlist. It's 8 hours worth of information. It's a lot of fun. Okay, that's a good sign. Playing the Rabblemaster out is a very good sign. Simian Spirit Guide, and they activate it. Okay, that's fine. Now I gotta figure out how much damage I'm taking. They stacked their triggers correctly. 3, 4, 5, 6, 13, 14, 15. So I do have to block, but I don't have to block everything. So what I can do, I'm expecting to win next turn. Oh, I don't have red mana. Oh my gosh. Oh, no, 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 no. That's not good. Okay, that's not good at all. Well, that's not gonna do. Okay, so here's my red mana that I don't have access to. And then I can block a couple of these things, and we're gonna just... Oh boy. Okay, that was an oversight on my part. But it's fine. Everything's gonna be fine. So what I actually can do is... that's not good. That might not be it. That might be lethal swing, yeah, folks. It was going to be lethal anyway if they could double activate, so it's just fine. I'm dead as a doornail. But we had the opportunity and we hit a sneak attack. Yeah, they definitely pumped 2 times and we're dead. But that's fine. Okie dokie. I'm not even going to worry about blocking. Okay. I could Besage the city by losing 2 life and Besaging the city, but that I don't think that would be a very reasonable take. Okay, sneak attack. I don't think that I want the longevity of a sneak attack. I want to go fast. And to that effect, I think that this... I mean, I don't know. Maybe this Quintorius is okay. Whenever I cast a spell from exile, it deals 2 damage to each opponent, and I gain 2 life. I mean, okay, I'm going to be casting spells from exile. That's kind of the whole bit. But is it too slow? I don't know if it's too slow. I don't think it's too slow. But... it might be too slow. Fury in, right. Yeah, this is the pile that's coming in, and then this is the out pile. It's sneak attack, and then the Quintorius canned. I don't think that they're gonna... Oh, well, they might have chalices. Yeah, it's fine. If they have chalices, then congratulations, they got me. I'm not going to be worried about it. This is an acceptable start. I will, I'll start on like Sandstone Needle, Colony Garden, Ancient Tomb, Geological Appraiser, and I have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 permanents. Yeah. Okay, so that's the goal here. Sandstone, Colony Garden, Ancient Tomb, Geological Appraiser. Chalice for 0 for my Glimpse of Tomorrow. Kind of shuts down my whole thing. So, I don't know. We'll have to see about that one. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to defer to how you pronounce your name. P1K4 NERP X. I'm not going to try it. I don't know. My brain's not working that fast. Okay. You're gonna let me know, and if I can say it on stream, then fantastic, congratulations. And if not, then I'm not gonna say it on stream. I'm not gonna try it. Yeah, that's fine. Cringy days are fine. 5. They got a Chrome Mox, so they got 6 mana. There's the Muxus. Okay. So they've got a hasty Broadside Bombardiers and a hasty Goblin Ringleader, and the Ringleader gave them... Oops, I closed it out, but that's fine. Okay. Infamous Zombie. I think that kind of sounds familiar. Ooh, they did not kill my plant token. Very nice of them. Okay. Well, let's not take 2 damage then in that case. And play this Geological Appraiser. And survey says we discover into Atali's favor. Oh no, what a surprise. This is one of 2 things it could be. So here we go. And then a Glimpse of Tomorrow is hit. We have 6 permanents, which is really nice. 1 additional one. So I'm going to stack this. Chancellor before the Colony Garden. Okay, here we go. Oh, Discover is like if I cast it for this Appraiser. That's interesting. Is that it for all of the Discover cards? Does it say if I cast it, Discover 3, or is it just this one? I don't know. Then that's going to be it for me. And I don't have haste at the moment. I mean, I have these 4 little ones with haste, but it's not going to do enough. Appraiser's the only one like that. Okay, that makes sense. I thought, like, I was reading something. It probably was the Trumpeting Carnosaur. I don't know. Okay. We're going to see what happens. They've got a Muxus, a Broadside Bombardiers. They've got a lot of really good stuff going on right now. And this is a Goblin War Chief. Yep. And then there's a... What was it? Broadside Bombardiers in hand. Okay. Well, if they have a land drop, then they can make it work. If not, okay. There's... Yeah, they had a Simian Spirit Guide. Wait, no? Oh, because it costs 1 less. Of course. Yikes. At least Muxus doesn't have Trample. I am dead, though, because they get 2 the Broadside. Yeah, that's right. They get 2 Broadside triggers. They don't even need to... Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. They're just a little bit quicker than we are. We did combo before they killed us, but we didn't hit the permanents that we needed. I mean, we are flipping the coin, you know, life didn't find a way that turn, but we are still living, dead to double Bombardiers for sure. Okay, while we find our second match, let me tell you, by the way, above my head is a Moxfield ad right now. You're going to actually see a KMC ad. We recently picked up a KMC sponsorship, and if you haven't used Perfect Hard inner sleeves for your nice foils or if you want to protect your signatures, they are the best at protecting rare, expensive, or valuable cards. Bryant swears by them. I swear by them. I use them for my altered cards. And I really probably need to be using them for my signatures as well. So I'm going to just pick up some packs. But we got a KMC sponsorship that you'll see over my head. And I'm going to move into going into a league and having Bryant talk to you about our Moxfield ad.
Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks.
Yeah, it is a little tough to find KMCs in certain areas. I'm guessing that you are not in the United States. KMC is a fairly well-established retail option in the United States, but I don't know about other countries. That kind of is outside of my area of knowledge. Newton, you faced 3 goblins in your last paper tournament in a row. There were 3 of them in the tournament, and dodged 100% of all control matches with the Epic Storm. That's tough. I played Win a Duel last weekend. Went out in the middle of nowhere, St. Louis or Missouri. No, it was Illinois. I went the other way. There we go. To Illinois to play Win a Duel, and I got top 4. Got a little picture taken. Walked out with a buttload of store credit. Oh, okay. Here we are for round number 3, and I don't know what our opponent has, but we've got a T-Rex. All right. We have a pretty good hand, all things considered. I'm going to keep this and recognize that it's going to be a little bit before I can cast a Quintorius, but I have the mana for it. Or I can find a sneak attack for this Pantalaza. I'm going to keep this one. I need an additional red mana to do the sneak attack stuff, but we're going to make it work. Yeah. Just the LGS options there. Oh, that kind of stinks. Okay. Well, you could, I know that it's not the same, but like you can order off of TCG Player or something like that to kind of support local game stores, just not your local game stores. It is an option. Oh yeah, I have a Chancellor to reveal. Okay. With that Chancellor reveal, I think I can safely F6 through the turn. TES is very strong. I had a lot of fun with it. Oh, grief. Oh, no. Okay, a Leyline of Sanctity is coming in. We have a play set to get rid of our discard favor, unfavored matchup, so that's all good. Sneak attack. Okay, well, I've got this. I mean, I can even cast the Pantalazo. So this is actually, honestly, this is a fairly reasonable discard-proof hand. They can cast either one of these, and the exact same turn that I could cast one of them, I can cast the other. So they have 2 cards in hand, and I still have a turn 3 available. So, I don't know. I think this is fine. Oh, I don't have a turn 3. Oh, wait, no, I do. Yeah, sure. This is 5. I was doing my counting correct. Okay. Let's see what happens. I got a Colony Garden to play my next turn, and that's it. I can attack for 1. Let me rephrase. Which is good, because if they do put a Grizzlebrand out on the battlefield, which would be a tough nut to crack. Oh, they're not. Okay, they're missing a land drop. That's nice. I could prevent them from drawing 14 cards, which is nice. Something tells me that this might be just like a split up Entomb Reanimate over the period of 2 turns. It does smell like Reanimator. Does smell like Reanimator. It might be the Rakdos scam deck, but I don't know. Ooh. Interesting. Fury. No. Okay, so this is the Rakdos scam deck. And am I going to Pantalaza Discover for 3? No, not even 3. It would be for 2. No, it's for 3. Yeah, not for 4. probably have to. The other option is to wait in another turn, and they're not presenting that much of a clock, honestly. Do I do it for 3 right now or 4 next turn? I think that I do it later. Rakdos scam. Yeah, I know. They're playing all kinds of things. Actually, if you want, you can, if you're a Patreon member of the epicstorm.com, you, the viewer, I recently released my Patreon exclusive article that'll be live on Friday or tomorrow. Oh, you don't even have to wait that long. Okay, I have an article that's the Infernal Tutoring series, and actually we break down like 3 red decks. We have mono red prison, mono red sneak attack, and Rakdos scam. It's actually quite a lot of red in there. Kind of interesting. Okay, let's do this thing. I am going to float a red because these are all going to go away. If I like hit City of Traders and can not channel, it's not channeling, it's just the activated ability of Trumpeting Carnosaur, but whatever. Tali's Favor. Okay, I get another permanent to swap things around. Not a lot of red in there is the real scam. Yeah. Okay, there's the Glimpse of Tomorrow. We're going to cast this and have 6 brand new permanents. And we have it all over again. We have 5 permanents here. Oh yeah, my hand doesn't change. I don't know why I'm thinking about channeling anything. Okay. Let's see what happens here. Ooh, yes, there we go. No lands, no nothing. Okay, so here, and then a bunch. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be brilliant. We've got a lot of hasty Goblin Phyrexians. Look at that. Yeah, sit down, son. And they're at 13. I don't even need to do anything. I have 15 hasty damage. Wow. Maybe I should not be cutting Chancellors at all, because that is an incredible hit off of the Glimpse tomorrow. Maybe that was just a mistake to begin with. I'm convinced that that was a mistake. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the Leyline of Sanctities. I am not cutting these Chancellors. Again, with the like tough things to cast, these are good to hit, right? But the tough things to cast, I think, are gonna go away. And then the sneak attacks, they're not bad. Actually, it might be the Atali's Favor. They are going to have a lot of like we saw the Furies already, so they're gonna have removal for my tiny little plant tokens and other, Chancellor Phyrexian Goblins. So I don't know if I'm going to have early creatures with Atali's Favor. I think that this is the swap. That makes sense to me. I am a believer, Newton. This was life-changing. Being able to just like put that many goblins into play. And I gotta say, building this in paper is not bad, because I've got a crap ton of signed goblin tokens from people. I think I have 30 some odd goblin tokens that are signed by the artist and signed by players that I respect or friends that I care about. It's my like little collection thing. So maybe I do that. Yeah. Coming for the Empty Warrens wig. This is kind of fun. Now, I don't own a playset of City of Traders, and I don't know the price of Lost Caverns of Ixalan cards because I don't really pay attention to cards that don't say Storm on them or go into Storm decks typically. So I actually don't know how much Trumpeting Carnosaur is or Quintorius, whatever it is. I don't know. Now I'm just sitting here talking to myself, and that's Chaos Theory. Yeah. So here we go. We're waiting on our opponent to actually pick whether they're going to play first or not. I don't know. We must go faster. Any minute now. I don't know. So how are you guys liking this? I love this deck to pieces. It is a lot of fun to play. What about your enjoyment of the stream? Are you guys watching this stuff? Are you excited about potentially playing this on Moto with like a Moxfield account or not a Moxfield account, a card hoarder account or something like that? I don't know. Ooh, speaking of Empty the Warrens, a DIY Empty the Ravnica remastered. Empty in Ravnica remastered. Krenko's Command, Expansion Explosion, Mizzix's Ooh, that's hot. Oh yeah, Trumpet is $2. Okay. That's good to know, Joe. I know that it was very few tickets when I was renting it from Card Hoarder. City's a little bit more, but I don't know what that translates to in terms of real world pricing. Well, this has a couple of cards that I wanted to see and a couple of cards I never wanted to see, and then nothing in terms of lands. We're gonna mulligan this one, and we're gonna keep this one, and we get to bottom a Glimpse of Tomorrow. Fantastic. Keep this one, bottom the Glimpse, done. Put the Leyline out, activate the Chancellor. I've got the Atali's Favor right away. Yeah, this is... I understand that this is not the right franchise, but this is pod racing. Okay, here we go. They can't do anything. I mean, they could Fury a Phyrexian Goblin token. They could Fatal Push a Phyrexian Goblin token or whatever. Yeah, it is pod racing. I don't know if you typed that out before I said it, but I'm guessing that we thought the same thing. Okay. And I even have the Geological Appraiser if they get rid of the Goblin, our little guy. Pod racing without Birthing Pod. You know what, James? That might be something that I need to put on the docket, is just like, yeah, let's have a ridiculously stupid series of streams where I play broken Modern decks in Legacy that are just not good. Birthing Pod, Twin, KCI, Hogak, things that just like were disgusting in Modern and couldn't stand a chance in Legacy. And that's why I love Legacy. You really have to meet a high bar to be competitive. Or you can just do stupid stuff like this. We're playing Jurassic Park .deck and having a blast. I don't know. John Williams is the common thread between all of those franchises. Okay. What if let's see. What do I want to do? I want to Atali's Favor here because it's going to have the same effect. Geological Appraiser could hit an Atali's Favor, but I don't have to sacrifice the Dwarven Ruin here. So I'm going to do that. Now, obviously, this eats it to a removal spell. I'm okay with that. It didn't. So here we go. Siege Rhino. Say that to Ragavan. Oh, well, yeah, okay. Rags is a little different. I would like to use the ability. Oh, I hit a Leyline of Sanctity. It's fine. Okay. You know, that's actually not that bad. That's honestly not that bad. I have a 3/2 and a 4/4 on turn 2. I have a crap ton of permanents, and I can do it all over again next turn. I can sneak attack in this Geological Appraiser and the Chancellor and do the whole thing. They're going to get rid of the Pantlaza, presumably. Yeah, there it goes. That's understandable. it's a Busto Magic the Gathering card. Oh, this is a cast. Okay, so that's fine, but I still have the mana to do it. Yeah, I got it. Scurry Oak and Ivy Lane Denizen, infinite tokens. Oh, okay. Are they going to reanimate the Fury and get rid of another permanent o' mine? It kind of looks like it. Oh, they're going to Oh, look at this. Opponent. You like my deck better than yours. That's a fun one. Okay, and you get a Fable. I mean, that's a pretty damn good card to hit. Okay. Yeah, our opponent thinks that our deck is cooler because they're reanimating my creatures instead of theirs. I love that for us. Okay, well, I'm going to hold priority and cast this Geological Appraiser, and I love holding priority. It's so much fun. And then activate Sneak Attack, putting in Chancellor of the Forge. And now I get 3 tokens, and then I get to Tali's Favor. That's okay. I will equip this one because this one's gonna stick around. Discover 3, Atali's Favor. Well, yeah, it's fine. We can equip the Chancellor. I know that it's going to go away until end of turn, but that's fine. It's actually all going to go away right now. There's a lot of permanents. Okay, Atali's Favor, the big boy. Oh my gosh, wait a second. Glimpse of Tomorrow, all permanents that I own. So I got rid of their Pantlaza and I got an additional permanent from it. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Glimpse of Tomorrow says shuffle all permanents that you own, not control. So they reanimated my own Pantlaza and I got an additional permanent off of it. That is hilarious. Yeah, they were done. They were absolutely done. Okay, we got our first win of the league, and I don't even care. We could 0-5, and I'm having a blast. There were going to be so many triggers. I was going to have so many goblins choked on their spice, and this is a blast. Okay, we got to move it. Okay, let me bring it down a little bit and let me tell you about our awesome token pack. If you want goblin tokens to play this deck, let me tell you about it. I'll be right back.
Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game.
All right, I gotta tell you, life found a way, and we are here for round number 4. This is a blast. This is not the most amazing hand. I think that we can do better. Just the one card that's gonna get things started. I mean, we have the mana, which is amazing, but we're gonna mulligan this one. And this is so much better. Yeah, this is so much better. We're gonna get rid of the Pantalaza. I'm gonna keep this, get rid of the Pantalaza, and we're gonna be done. And we're gonna make a Phyrexian goblin, not a zombie goblin. Although I would pay good money to see art for zombie goblins. Does that exist? That's a Scryfall search if I've ever seen one. Type. Zombie goblin. Oh, there are zombie goblins. There are 5 zombie goblins. That's kind of fun. Okay. Okay. Our opponent almost missed their land drops and everything. Oh, 4th. We are playing against not a fun deck. Okay, Fable is fine. Putrid Goblin. Yeah, you get Black Cleave Goblin. Here, I'll pull it up. You get Black Cleave Goblin, Festering Goblin, Putrid Goblin, Shambling Goblin, and Slavering Nulls. Excuse me. That's probably the coolest artwork. And then Shambling Goblin is coming in close second. Really cool stuff. Okay. So we're playing against Initiative. Not super excited about my options here, if I'm gonna be honest. I mean, they're gonna hit one silly little rule of law, and I'm gonna just be out of the game forever. I mean, it's not gonna be out of the game forever. I literally have the answer to the rule of law, but yeah. Okay, I gotta pay attention to what chat's doing. Okay, you lose the tokens and mind tricks. You bring it to use with fair decks. That's fun. Yeah, the construct tokens. It's a CEDH token pack as well. Like it has little things that you can say passing or thinking when you're playing webcam Magic. So you don't have to be talking over people. If you are, thinking about something, you can just put it there and people know that you are considering a play and that you're not passing priority without you needing to speak and talk over people that are having a conversation about the game. So it's interesting. I think that it's a nice token pack. James, you could say in the last match, focused on whether they could. They didn't consider to think about whether they should. Man, I wish I had that on lock. I could have. I've been quoting it every once in a while here and there, but I really missed. I dropped the ball there. Okay. Am I going to do this? Am I going to do this now? They have 1 card in hand. They have 1 card, and I could do this for 2. I get a Tali's Favor and get this all for 2. I do not think that that's worth it. I think that their 2 cards are not going to get me dead. Like they had the opportunity to play something like a Rule of Law. I'm gonna just go for broke next turn. I'm making the conscious decision to potentially lose the game on the spot to a top deck. Archon of Imeria, but we're gonna just fingers crossed, huh? F6. Okay. No one ever knows what you're playing. Yeah, absolutely. Putrid Goblin combo dudes, persist first day of class and popper. Yeah, that's pretty good stuff. Clawtooth, 4 out of the 5 have something to do with -1/-1 counters. Yeah, that's actually true. There's quite a few that have -1/-1 counters. That's interesting. Needs to be a red tap land. No, it doesn't need to be a red tap land, does it? It just needs to be like I can City of Traders here. I just need to be able to Atali's Favor one of these, and we're good to go. I've got the red land right here. Seasoned Dungeoneer. Okay, that's also fine. I go to 4, which is not amazing, but I have the ability to just untap and win here. So that's what we're gonna do. Oh. Okay. That's what I'm gonna do. I am going to put a Pantlaza into the shuffle up and play, figure out what's going on. I would rather have one of those than an Atali's Favor in play. So let's do that. That actually worked out really well. I've got perfect mana for that. And this could lead to other permanents that are going to be flipped around. 4 more life is more than 0. Absolutely. So that's all I need. Geological Appraiser, that is another permanent. Excellent. I get to cast it and get if I get an Atali's Favor, nope, just a Glimpse of Tomorrow. That's fine. Okay, so I get 6 permanents here, and excellent. I get to go again. I will tap this. Okay, Quintorius Canned. That's fine. Quintorius triggers. And I didn't get to use this one, but this is the first time that we're seeing this. I get to discover 4 now. That's all I'm going to be able to do. So that's fine. But I'm still... Okay, Atali's Favor. Here we go. Fantastic. Man, this is exciting. I am adding to the permanents, and then I get another Glimpse of Tomorrow. And survey says Atali's Favor on the Chancellor of the Forge. And then Chancellor triggers. Okay. This is gonna be growing. So I'll float some mana and discover 3. Grab myself another. Okay, Atali's Favor. That's fair. Cool. We're just shuffling up these permanents over and over again. I get a Glimpse of Tomorrow. Fantastic. Okay, I've got 1 more of those in the deck for what it's worth. Oh, yep. We're doing it. We're doing it, folks. Okay. So let's get these Pantlaza Discovers. And then the Trumpeting Carnosaur Discover. That's all good. Okay. There's our Colony Garden. And then I can float this and discover 5. Atali's Favor is on a Trumpeting Carnosaur. And what I can do is Atali's Favor. I can get all of the Atali's Favors out of the deck before I pick up a Glimpse. So what I can do is just decline the Glimpse. And as far as I know, discover... Let's see. Or put it into your hand. So I do need to cast it right now. Okay, well, glad that I didn't just say no to that. Okay. Well, we get to redo all of this. I'm not going to float the Ancient Tomb mana. I don't think that that's necessary here. Oh my god. Okay. I would really like haste. I would really like some hasty boys. That's what I'm hoping for. This is a lot of triggers. This is a lot of triggers. Okay, so these are all of the discovers, which I don't care about. And then Chancellor. Okay, so Goblin Dark-Dwellers, the Glimpse of Tomorrow. And then Chancellor, and then the Colony Gardens to make as many of these bad boys as possible. Quintorius probably just does. Okay, so nice. They're at 14, and this is just so many. So many. Am I gonna cast this? They're at 14. I think I need to. And this is gonna trigger the Quintorius. It didn't. Oh, from exile. It doesn't. Okay, that's fair enough. Okay. Trumpeting Carnosaur has trample. Trumpeting Carnosaur has trample. Pantlaza has trample. One of the Besejus, and then I will keep that one. There's a lot of triggers. Oh my gosh. You know what? Actually, I should probably stack these a different way. I hope my computer can handle this. I really hope my computer can handle this. Okay, so we're just like putting a bunch of Discover. We're going to have all non-land permanents on the battlefield by the end of this, I think. Okay, so those are going to auto-populate, so I did that appropriately. Oh boy. Okay. Moto might not... Yeah, Moto might be the thing that can't handle this. Oh dear. Yeah, use it, sure. I get a sneak attack. Fantastic. Oh, I do have actual red mana floating. Okay. Yes, I would use this ability. Go back to the footage later, grab some shots. Absolutely. Quintorius Cond is going to be cast. Okay. Yes, use this. Trumpeting Carnosaur. Fantastic. Cast from exile, and then oh my gosh, this is so many triggers. I am so glad that I'm not doing this in paper. I'm stacking it appropriately. I need... Okay. There we go. I will cast this. Quintorius will trigger. I have that auto yielded, so I'm just going to be dealing them 2 for the rest of eternity. Oh, I don't have any other permanents. Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do discover 5. Oh, I do have... Okay, there we go. That makes more sense. Oh, maybe it was the zeros. Oh, maybe that's what was happening. Okay. Oh my gosh, my revealed zone is ridiculous. Okay, no more Discover 3s, but I can get more... No, I'm not going to do this again. The Goblin Dark-Dwellers should have been at the end, but that's fine. That might have been... Oh, these are like a Discover from like several iterations ago. Oh man, yes. And I get a Goblin Dark-Dwellers, or no? Let me clear. Oh my gosh, opening up the revealed zone was a terrible idea. Okay, yes. I only have 13 cards, and they are 3 Chancellors. Okay, well, I was a little unlucky that I didn't get them, because those are the ones that I want to hit. No more Discover 5. Okay, sure. Sure. I don't know how big this one is. Okay, not big enough. Okay, cool. Now I can activate sneak attack, put in a trumpeting Carnosaur. Not that it's gonna do anything. We're good. There's 13 cards in my deck. This is not gonna do anything, but this will. Now I probably should have added the Quintorius Cans 3/2 on top of this, but that's fine. Okay. Now I get a metric boatload of initiative triggers. Okay. I've got a bunch of damage. My opponent is deceased, and it took a long time, but we just destroyed the initiative for a game. Oh, just 1 initiative trigger? Oh, I kind of wish that it was a lot more than that. That's okay. Okay, I need to catch up on chat. I've got 3 minutes to do so. However, what I really need to do right now, they are a Chalice deck. Chalice 0 is a concern of mine. So what I'm going to be doing is getting rid of the Glimpse of Tomorrow combo and bringing in sneak attack. So here we go. I will keep. Will I keep 1 Glimpse of Tomorrow in just in case? Probably not. Well, I mean, I don't know. It seems like a little bit of a interesting. Oh, I'll keep the trample. That's fine. Okay, we are going to completely pivot into our additional sideboard plan here because Chalice 0 just completely stops us. Okay, over under MTGO punching the clock and going home. We survived, and that was the true victory. So I think that that's all good. Newton, OMG, yeah, you're damn right. Gary, hoping taking some screenshots or go back to the footage later. I will go back to the footage later. I mean, I have like a screenshot button. It's gonna like go dark every single time I take a screenshot. So I have a screenshot button, but I was too invested in not screwing that up to take screenshots. Fire started at Daybreak Games, absolutely Clawtooth. I can't say that I'm apologizing for it because I have no remorse whatsoever for that fire. So pretty all good. MTGO servers out of their misery. I wish. They need to upgrade for worse, sure. Pretty decent of the opponent not to rage quit by this time. I appreciate them sticking around for that. Maybe they didn't think that they were going to die. I didn't necessarily present a lethal board state until like the last little bit, but I mean they're also watching me just like spend a lot of time on that clock. So yeah, Newton, I think that you're correct. Clock rolling and then just WTF. And here we go again. All right, strap in. This is really close to. So this is 6 mana. Make a sneak attack, essentially. Oh no, I have the 3 drops. Okay, I can't do that. I'm gonna mulligan this one as well. I will keep this one. Keep this one. I will bottom a Quintorius Cond and a... Probably a Chancellor of the Forge. Yeah. No, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of one of the Archons. The Chancellor, at the very least, if they have like an initiative creature and only an initiative creature, they can't attack because I'll just take the initiative back and we would just be trading it back and forth. And I think that probably favors me. Chalice on 0. Haha. Turns out I don't care about that. Gabo fights for the initiative. Yeah, you and I are thinking along the same lines. So I would like to not sacrifice my red source to make this sneak attack. So I would like another land soon. Actually, what I want is another Dwarven Ruins. And then I can, like, Archon plus Pontalaza or something like that. Okay, so they've got the initiative. I want another Dwarven Ruins or not a Saprison Scary. Saprison Scary is the blue one. Whatever the counters-based land is. Yeah. Okay. Survey says that will do. So what I can do is, well, it's gonna be interesting. I think that what I'm gonna do is wait a turn. No, I mean, I don't know if they have Magus. They probably don't have Magus. They're an initiative deck with plateaus. They don't have Magus. But I do think that I want to get rid of the opportunity for them to have something like a what's the thing that can exile a card from your hand and make it cost 2 more? I don't know. That one. They did grab a plains. Yeah, if Magus would actually be good here if I cast it. Okay, so they have a 5/6. That's all good. All right. They have a Caves of Chaos Adventurer. So what they can do is cast that eventually. Dig a little deeper into the Undercity. Nope, there's an Archon. Okay. That's not bad. Archon. I'm going to gain the initiative at the very least here. And I get to destroy their entire board while doing so. Another mountain is really nice. I can double activate next turn and just put in lethal damage. I think I'm pretty okay with this. I think that we have done exactly the thing. And I get another mountain out of this whole deal. I have mountains to get off of the Undercity. Lovely. A+. I'm at 18. Eat your heart out, initiative. Splat indeed. Anointed Peacekeeper. They don't usually play Elite Spellbinder anymore because Orcish Bowmasters, but Anointed Peacekeeper is the one that I was thinking about. Okay, so they have a cavern. It's fine, whatever. You still have to beat this ridiculous sequence of cards. Caves. Okay, now I take 5. Congratulations. Okay. Best draw would be another Archon, obviously. Emrakul also would get the job done, I suppose, in plenty of time to win. Trumpeting Carnosaur. That's pretty good too. That has trample, whereas this Pontalaza does not. So let's actually start with the Trumpeting Carnosaur. Pretty okay with that. Discover 5, and it might just be another sneak attack. Oh, it's a Fury. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Bye-bye. Our opponent is being very good, and thank you. Okay. Wow. Sent to the Shadow Realm. I forgot that this is a 6-drop, not a 5-drop, and I could get a Fury off of it. That was incredible. I could discard the trumpeting Carnosaur, but who cares? It didn't matter. It was all gonna come up gravy. Like even if I like, this was gonna kill it anyway. The trample and then this being 5, 6, 7, 8. All good. All good. Okay. Loved that. Loved that for us. Let's move on to the final round. Playing for a positive record. It's been a positive experience in my heart, regardless of our record. But let's just let's put it on the books. All right. That was a lot of fun. This is cinema, pod racing, whatever you want. It could have just killed the caves. I could have, but that's not as fun. So let me tell you a little bit about our Patreon membership. I think that I have the updated pricing on here. I hope I do. And we'll be back for round number 5.
Want early access to articles at theepicstorm.com? Become a member of our Patreon to get articles 7 days early, on top of other sweet benefits, and help us pay our website team. You can sign up at patreon.com/theepicstorm.
All right. Not sure if that was the updated pricing. I still haven't. I don't know why that is routing to the wrong video whenever I push the button. That's okay. We have our final round, and we're not going to keep this hand. That's not going to be good. Like, I get that the double Chancellor into we just need 1 land is okay. Oh, man. I am not going to... No, I can't talk myself into that. Be a disciplined Magic the Gathering player, folks, and just... Oh, this is not very good either. I probably should have done it, Gary. This is not as good. I'm gonna mulligan this one as well. That kind of feels bad. Okay, this is acceptable. Totally fine with this one. Keep this one. I'll put back a Sandstone Needle and a I don't know. Sandstone Needle? Yeah, put back 2 Sandstone Needles. And I'm on the play, which is great. Let's start out with the Dwarven Ruins, because I kind of want them to think that we're Mississippi River as opposed to something that creates tokens. Street Wraith. Uh-oh. Don't discard me, bruh. Oh, we're playing... Oh, this is going to be fun. This was the other... one of the other options for tonight's stream. This is Living End. And we are just going to be 2 ships passing in the dark. Although they do get to technically interact with my... my combo by getting rid of a token that I can equip Atali's favor to. So this is a Living End, a Delirium Living End. Yeah, they're playing, what's the 2-drop red creature? It's a 3/1. If you have Delirium, it has Cascade. So it's a 2-drop with Cascade, which is ridiculously cool. You get to play Days in a Living End deck. You get to play a whole suite of 2-drops in a Living End deck where you wouldn't be able to otherwise. And like Once Upon a Time in Living End, heck yeah. So, oh, there's the grief. Poop. All right. Well, we don't have Pantalaza mana yet, which is fine, I guess. We'll just have to make do. They are a Force of Will deck, so we have to keep that in mind as well. They have Days, they have Force of Will. Part of the combo is a board wipe, yes. So I do have to keep that in mind. I was really excited about this. I played this to, I think I hit a positive record. I know that Brian Koval has a video coming out where he has a perfect record, an undefeated trophy league. I don't know when that's coming out though. I was told that it was on its way. I'm going to absolutely attack because I can. And then we've got this Pantalaza next turn. It came out today. Oh, okay. Came out today. Awesome. Well, after this, go watch that. I don't know. Always good content. Some excellent content. I'm gonna go watch it because I want to play Living End. I've been talking to people about Living End being like semi-decent in Legacy, and all we needed was a 2-drop Cascader. We just needed to shave a mana off, and we have a playable Living End deck, and it's all good. So here we go. This incubation is gonna... Oh, it finds an Architects of Will. Okay, that's fine. Now they still could have the Bloodbraid Marauder. Is it Marauder? Yeah, Marauder. Yeah, it was in there. It is. Okay. There's Bloodbraid Marauder. It can't block. It's a 3/1 as long as it has Delirium. Or as long as there's Delirium, it has Cascade. It cascades into Living End, flips everything over. There's only one grief. Not that it matters, but like I might be able to win this. I will. Oh, the Architects of Will. It's probably... This is a nice little combo. Like, okay, sure. You have an unassailable board state in a deck, in a format where Terminus is a legal Magic the Gathering card, right? So Grief checks your hand for the board wipe, and Architects of Will checks the top of your library for whatever else could assail you. The Grief Architects of Will ETB after the Living End is pretty good. It's something that Modern has, obviously, and I think it's just a little bit better in Legacy. Kind of cool. I assume that I'm deceased. But if I had 3 castable cards, like 3 of the 4-drops, or 3 Trumpeting Carnosaurs or something like that, then I could work with it. I'm guessing it's a land. Yep. Okay. In that case, we will go back to the drawing board. Sideboard, they don't have. Well, I could probably just see. I think I have it pulled up somewhere recently. It doesn't matter. I'm assuming that they've got some amount of graveyard hate, but I don't think that it's going to matter. Do I want Leyline of Sanctity? Gosh, there we go. Probably not. Everything's better in Legacy. The only thing, yeah, unless it can be played in Vintage. Well, you can play Paradoxical Outcome in Legacy. I don't think you should play Paradoxical Outcome in Legacy. There are better options. Is this just like a send it back? I think this might be a send it back kind of a moment. I know, Clawtooth. I know. I mean, Tony Scapone could win with a blunt knife. Like, he could win with anything. He is a very talented Magic the Gathering player. Because of that, I think that there are certain, I don't know, what do I want? Do I want Furies here? No. Do I want Archons here? No, probably. I mean, like, it is fantastic to hit off of anything. I'm just gonna leave it as is. I think that that's fine. Joe, I don't know. He's just like a really good Magic player and a fantastic brewer. I just think that, like, you need to move. He moves the needle more than an average Magic the Gathering player could. Okay, I'm gonna keep this one. Oh yeah, they're playing Jewel. Yeah, they're playing like what's the 4-drop Eldrazi? And Lodestone Golem. They're playing some interesting things in Jewel now. It's kind of cool. Okay, I will play the counters one so that when I sack it, it doesn't cost me a permanent. But I think that I am going to go off as quickly as possible. Play you can make in the matchup is channel the Carnosaur in response to the evoke. Go off on their turn. Ooh, that's a fun one. I like that option a lot. Okay. Now, I get that I open myself up to a grief here, and they're digging hard for it. Just gotta hope they don't have it. Okay. That's fine. It's the Colossal Sky Turtle. All right. Now they still have Force of Will, which is kind of why I wanted something that didn't. I mean, there are multiple facets to why I wanted the land that I had. Okay, Force of Will days didn't happen. Now this can be interacted with. Nope. Okay, I'm just gonna suit up my Goblin token. Jeez, I've got a 4/4. It doesn't really work against their board wipe, but you know, sure. And this might be what they interact with. Nope. Okie dokie. Fun. What do I want to do? I want to... This is exactly that, and then this is for 7, so I want to stack the big ones first. No, I just get a... Okay, so I'm going to hold control while I cast this Glimpse. I am going to... float my mana. I don't know why I floated the Ancient Tomb. I don't think that was necessary. Okay. Discover Atali's Favor. We got this going on. Okay, we get to spin again. Atali's Favor. We are Voltroning it back up again. I should probably float the mana again. Natali's Favor. Wow. Okay. These are really fun because I get so many more permanents out of the deal. Each Atali's Favor is just like +1 permanent. Okay. So let's do the Pentalaza stuff last. Oh, I need to pick one. Okay, cool. That one. Pentalaza, and there, and then Chancellor, and then the Colony Garden first. So now my Chancellor is Lorge, and I get the Quintorius Canned trigger. Yes, here, Atali's Favor on, it doesn't matter. Here, it's all gonna be, oh, I should have auto yielded to that trigger. That's fine. And here, always yield. And here, another lovely. They might just be dead. Oh, wow. We hit all 4 Atali's Favors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and they are deceased. So I'm just gonna not do anything. I mean, if I hit, okay, cool. If I hit any kind of glimpse, then I won't cast it. Oh, all of the glimpses are gone. Okay, it doesn't even matter. That's why I've been hitting the Atalis so frequently. Okay. Then I can I cast this? No, I can't cast this. Okay, cool. Might as well. Geological Appraiser. And that's not going to hit anything. It's just going to reveal my deck, and then I get to attack. Cool. That was really awesome. Turns out, Quintorius Canned is really good at sealing games without actually having to go to combat. I mean, I had the ability to. Send in the clowns. Yeah, hold on to your butts, more like it. Okay, let's do it. This is great. I think that we should endorse this park. I think that this is a park worth endorsing. This hand is not worth endorsing. I'm going to mulligan this hand, but this one is worth it. This is a turn 2 Atali's Favor. And we can see where things go from there. I am a green source away from the Pentalaza, which is going to be really fun for my myself tomorrow when I have to go through all of the subtitles that you're going to see, like here. Yeah. Okay. Grief. Sure. There goes the Atali's Favor, which is fine. I don't know if I would have done this on turn 3 or 2, but now I'm definitely not going to. There's the green source. Hot diggity. Okay. So we crack in for 1. We're obviously winning. And I just hope that they don't get delirium before I kill them. How about that? I mean, Architect gives them... They're 1 away from delirium, so that's pretty good. First blood, stop the count. Yeah, absolutely. That's it. That's just... Oh, what a lovely mana base. Underground Sea Taiga is the perfect mana base. You can't convince me otherwise. It is everything you want in the world. Ooh. Colony Garden is also not bad, though. Colony Garden is an additional permanent for my Discover. All right. I'm going to have to pull up the actual quote for a second. Oh, they're going to bounce something? Yeah, sure. Okay, so they have Delirium. This is an enchantment. This is an artifact, and then a land and a creature. So they certainly have everything they need for a turn 3 Cascade. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So this is gonna be a tough one to win. I'm not gonna lie. God creates dinosaurs. I'm gonna read it off because I have the quote right here. God creates dinosaurs. God destroys dinosaurs. God creates man. Man destroys God. Man creates dinosaurs. And then dinosaurs eat man and women inherit the earth. Everything as it should be. Love a good Jurassic Park quote. Ellie is probably my favorite character. Okay. I need something good that they totally didn't give me. And then this is, I mean, this isn't lethal. This is pretty darn close. It's just 15 damage, right? It's just 15. Okay, we'll see what I can do. And by what I can do, I mean, ooh, you know what I can do? Actually, I can besiege you my own land to shuffle my library. Destroy target an opponent controls. Never mind. I can't do that. RTFC. Not gonna happen. All right, so I needed 3 complete duds. Otherwise, I might have a chance. And I might have a chance. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And oh, I could have gotten the turtle. Yeah, the turtle is besiegeable. Totally forgot about that. And they had the days anyway. Okay. Well, that was unfortunate, but also really exciting because Living End is something that I want to play on the channel if you guys vote for it. It was really close actually today. Super fun. I had a blast. Dinosaurs is fantastic. Life found a way, and Dinosaurs found its way into my heart. So, you know what? I hope that you all enjoyed the stream. I certainly did. I hope that you go and use your Moxfield account to check out the deck list. It's in the description below. And then you use your Card Hoarder account to rent it online before you decide to buy the cards using our TCG link in the description below and sleeve them in KMC hard perfect sleeves because we got the whole system right here just for you. I'm glad that you all had a fun time. I did too. I am gonna probably continue playing this throughout the evening, but first I'm going to wrap up this stream and wish you all a lovely good night. Thank you very much for hanging out. I will see you in the next one. Make sure to vote in the polls. Bye-bye.